We have a very romanticized, very naive view of scientific community, assuming that researchers are noble, enlightened scholars driven purely by selfless pursuit of human knowledge. We think of them as elevated beings who have transcended the petty emotional squabbles of ordinary mortals. But science is not conducted by angels, it is conducted by human beings, and human beings, regardless of how many PhDs they have hanging on their walls, are fundamentally just highly educated toddlers with massive fragile egos. Welcome to the Academic Void. In the late 19th century, the birth of modern paleontology was defined not by academic brilliance, but by toxic, pathologically petty mafia war known as the Bone Wars. The combatants were Othniel Charles Marsh, an arrogant Yale professor with a rich uncle, and Edward Drinker Cape, a brilliant but volatile child prodigy from Philadelphia. Initially they were friends, but the relationship died in 1868 when Cope reconstructed a massive marine reptile called an Elasmosaurus, and Marsh loudly and publicly humiliated his friend by pointing out that Cope had accidentally put the dinosaur's skull on the tip of its tail instead of its neck, essentially building a creature that faced backward. The gloves came off. As the Transcontinental Railroad blasted open the fossil-rich American West, both men hired armed gangs of frontier workers to secure dig sites. They explicitly ordered their teams to spy on each other, steal mail, hijack supply trains, and bribe conductors to ship the rivals' fossils to the wrong states. But the true destruction of history happened when team finished digging a quarry. Terrified that the other guy might scavenge a single remaining toe bone, both scientists instituted the dynamite protocol. They literally used sticks of dynamite to blow up priceless, millions of years old dinosaur skeletons into useless dust out of pure, unadulterated spite. They rushed their sloppy research so fast to beat each other to publication that Marsh accidentally threw a random skull onto a body and invented the Brontosaurus, a complete fabrication that took academia a century to untangle. They bankrupted their fortunes and destroyed their reputations. Even on his deathbed, Cope issued one final challenge, leaving his brain to science to prove it was physically larger than Martians. They discovered 136 new species, but they fractured history in process, proving that the smartest minds are completely defenseless against their own pride, especially when we continue to treat the concept of human legacy with a bizarre, almost religious reverence.